So you've got a mod, you got a mod baler and or wrapper that doesn't seem to want to work with a lot of these custom fill types that are coming out with some of these maps on the official mod hub for Giants. I'm gonna run through really quick, really simple and quick, I guess, as far as how to get these custom fill types, I guess, as far as to work with these modded balers and wrappers, I guess, as far as up until a reasonable solution or update comes to some of these favorite mods for balers and wrappers. So let's get right into it. So here we go. We are using as an example, in our case here, Iowa Plains View. Let me jump over here real quick. I guess as far as Iowa Plains View, it has the alfalfa, the soybean straw, and the clover, I guess, as far as applied to it as of recent. And if you've ever run into this issue, I guess, as far as being able to pick that stuff up with the mod baler, this is going to be hopefully a little bit of a solution for now, I guess, as far as to resolve that for the time being. So what you want to do, I guess, as far as to unzip the map of choice, in this case, like I said, we're using Iowa Plains View. Find the bales folder, I guess, as far as that will include, I guess, as far as those particular fill types for bales. Open that file up and you'll see these custom fill types for the alfalfa, the hay, the clover, soybean straw, and so on. This is going to be critical to being able to apply that to your mod baler and or mod wrapper. In this case, we are going to be using a Heston baler. It has the bigger bale sizes, which is 100% available on the Giants mod hub over there. So feel free to buy that. But if I'm only using this as an example, so that's a fair mention, full transparency, full disclosure. Feel free to apply this much the same fashion, I guess, as far as any other mod baler wrapper that's out there. So what you'll need in particular are those fill types that we already showed to apply these to your mod baler wrapper. So again, full disclosure, full transparency, I guess, as far as what's happening here as to why aren't these fill types wanting to be picked up, I guess, as far as by a modded baler wrapper. You have your bale, your physical bale itself, and you have your fill type. And where the disconnect comes to be is you have the fill type is not readily available in the mod itself, I guess, as far as for your custom baler and or custom wrapper. So what we're in an effort doing is closing that connection, I guess, as far as to make that connection and allow that fill type to be accepted, I guess, as far as by the bale, to pick up and make a bale out of it. So what we're going to do here is take these custom fill types and apply those to our mod baler. In this case, like I said, the Heston baler. So what I've used as a template is the grass windrows and so on that's already readily available in the XML, the bales XML, I guess, as far as for the Heston baler. And again, just to kind of show where I'm grabbing this from, there's a bales folder here. You want to open up that XML, and that's what I have opened up here. You want to apply, make a copy of, I've broken this down so it's like you got all your regular grasses. First of all, you have your dry, as far as your hay, and then you have your straw, which is towards the bottom. Make a template, pay particular attention, I guess, as far as to which one you're applying it to. So the regular alfalfa, you want to use the grass windrow, I guess, as far as a guide, and then just apply that particular fill type name, I guess, as far as to that. And like I said, I've went through and I've got different fill types in here, so don't be confused, I guess, as far as with what I've got in here. I'm applying this for my own use, I guess, as far as for other maps and such, or whatever I have particular fill types. So any other type of map that I use that has particular fill type names, I've got applied into this. You would want to do the same thing if you have other maps out there that you're having trouble with the fill type being able to pick it up there. This is the same approach you want to take to making that happen. So once you got all these custom fill types applied to there, this is where will help the mod baler to be able to pick those up and make a bale out of it, like I've already previously mentioned. So this has all been previously done. This is for the Heston bale wrapper. I've also taken the liberty of making a separate name for this here, so it does not step on the original. That's probably another fair thing I always like to mention, I guess, as far as to save yourself the headache to either make a backup of the original, or you're creating a mod, an edited version, I guess, of something that's already in existence. Definitely take the initiative, I guess, as far as to do that, just to save yourself some headache down the road. So that's what I've done here. I've gone ahead and created a separate name. You can name it however you like, I guess, as far as to what makes sense for you. Again, just to create that separation, I guess, as far as from the original. Once all that XML work is done, and you would want to do the same thing, the same process for your wrapper of choice, much the same fashion, I guess, as far as the baler. Make sure you're putting those using the template that's already available for the wrapper, and apply those specific fill type names for your map of choice, I guess, as far as that has those fill types, and put those in there appropriately. Run those all through. I've done that all previously, I guess, as far as this to kind of show. All right, just make sure those are very specific. If they're not specific, if you have a typo in it or it's not in there exactly the way it is as far as it is in the map, chances are it's not going to work. So do that the same thing, I guess, as far as with your favorite wrapper of choice. Go the same motion. Once you got all that done, you'll then be able to take your wrapper. Once all that's saved up there, go ahead and zip it up using your favorite mod zip utility of choice. I tend to like to use 7-zip. Go ahead and zip that up. I'll just run through the motions, a little bit of refresher course. And again, with having the separate name than the original, I guess, as far as with this Heston baler as it is on the, it'll be completely separate. Some of the files that are in here are going to be the same name, but the name of the mod is going to be completely separate, I guess, as far as from what's available either in the mod hub or in the game. Highly recommend that. I can't stress that enough. But this zipped mod, I guess, as far as that we just done there, into your mods folder, go ahead and test that out. Make sure everything is working like it is expected to be. And if you have any errors in your log, or if you're experiencing any further issues, come back to your mod folder, make the appropriate changes, and rinse and repeat. So hopefully that was a quick enough rundown, I guess, as far as of how to get these custom fill types usable, I guess, as far as in your favorite mod baler and or wrapper of choice. I appreciate you watching the video, and hopefully see you again real soon. Bye for now.